proof of work is a more centralizing force on blockchains than Ethereum's implementation of proof of stake. Yes, we hear all the time everybody saying the opposite, but let me explain. Okay, so first of all, proof of work as it is now on Bitcoin is very, very competitive. You can't just go and get a computer and start mining Bitcoin. You won't make any money. In order to mine Bitcoin, you need to have a large data center because you need the economies of scale. That's an economics term for you need to have the size, the scale, the investment that makes it so that you can make money. Because in order to compete and do mining at a low enough overall expense to make money, you need to be buying computers in bulk, building these large cooling systems, or get energy at a really low cost. And so in order to do that, you have to be really large. Now, that is a centralizing force because the only people who can do mining are large organizations. Now, I'm not saying that Bitcoin itself is centralized, because there are many of these large organizations doing the mining. There are so many that it is decentralized, so that's fine. Now, proof of stake, once it's implemented here in a month or so, allows anybody to be a validator. And I'm not saying the day it launches, I don't know exactly how it's going to go. At least certainly the long-term view and plan is that anybody will be able to become a validator just with a laptop at home, the way Bitcoin used to be. Just somebody with a laptop at home can do a little bit of work to run the thing and earn some rewards, and you're a validator. Because it is so easy like that, and you don't need the economies of scale, you don't need to be a large organization, more people can and will be validators, and that is a decentralizing force. And in fact, I think you can argue, and we'll see how it all plays out, but I would imagine that it's actually more efficient for individuals than it will be for large organizations, because a large organization has overhead and work to be large with all their validating, whereas an individual might just have their extra computer sitting around, and all they got to do is just do a little setup, and they make free money, sort of no costs. The way that, driving Uber is like lower cost than taxis because it's just a car that you had anyways. So, now, the other argument that I've seen Bitcoiners make in a similar vein is just, again, incorrect economic analysis, or to be frank, sort of communism. This idea, people say, well, Bitcoin's value is because it's so expensive to do the proof of work, to do the mining, because it's expensive and because it's hard work, because it uses a lot of energy, that gives it the value. No. The value in Bitcoin as a digital gold reserve asset is that it is the restricted supply. The restricted supply is a result of its algorithm and the way it works and everything like that. It is expensive because the supply is restricted. Now, Ethereum has the same situation. It is valuable and will be more valuable in proof of stake because it has restricted supply. Those people say, oh, well, they can just change the algorithm and print more. No, they can't. The algorithm has been created over many, many years with everyone agreeing and everybody agreeing they want to set something up with restricted supply, and it's now set. So anyways, that's another topic. Bottom line is this: Ethereum, the supply of new Ethereum every year is fixed within the algorithm. It is fixed so that the supply of Ethereum actually, as a percent, will increase less than Bitcoin every year. And that's what gives it its value. The fact that Ethereum is inexpensive to do the validating, the fact that it doesn't require lots of work or tons of energy, doesn't make it less valuable. It just makes it less expensive to create this valuable thing. And that is a good thing. Okay? So, listen, also, let's keep our minds open here, eyes open. We'll see how things play out. Bitcoin, we got worried a while ago when more than 50% of mining in China was in China, and it was like, well, China could come and attack it and this and that, and so, and then, well, they banned it and that problem went away. Okay, and it's not centralized. Maybe someday it becomes centralized. I don't know, but it isn't now. And the same thing with Ethereum. Maybe I'm wrong on these things. It's nowhere close to being centralized right now. And if it's going to become centralized, okay, maybe over years we'll see it coming and I can trade it. I'll change my mind. But right now, it isn't centralized and it is not on a path to centralize anytime soon. And if it is, okay, fine. Also, I'm going to put a link to a video from this Up Only podcast. It was an episode with Zuko, the founder of Zcash. He talked about this. He might have explained it better than me. I'll put the link to that. And if you have any other questions or let me know your thoughts. I love how everybody, I love when the Bitcoiners and others disagree with me on this proof of stake thing. It's fun and it gives me ideas for new videos. I got to make a video every day, so I appreciate the feedback, including the arguments. Comment below, I read them. There's a link to the Discord. You can follow me on Twitter. I appreciate the like and subscribe so that I will pop up in your feed so you can see me tomorrow. See you then.